The Las Vegas Raiders owned the worst record in football and the #1 overall pick. Now they sit on the short list of the most improved teams in the entire league. Something flipped. One rookie in the secondary has the coaching staff throwing out a comparison so bold it stops you cold, and the name belongs to one of the scariest defenders in the sport. Hold on to it. A year ago, this roster bottomed out. Now they tore it down to the studs and rebuilt it piece by piece, and the finished product looks nothing like that team. Start at the top. Clint Kubiak takes over as head coach after running the offense for a Super Bowl winner. General Manager John Spytek handed him a loaded deck. Kirk Cousins signed to steady the room and open the door for the #1 pick, Fernando Mendoza, the Heisman winner and national champion. Ashton Jeanty set the franchise rookie record with 1,321 total yards behind a line in pieces, and the line is in pieces no more. One signing reset an entire position market across the NFL and reshaped this offense in a single afternoon. The player arrived. The reason he changes everything stays locked away. Flip to the other side. Two linebackers from the same national championship defense reunited in the desert, and the coordinator already calls one of them an avatar. The secondary got younger, faster, and meaner. Then there is the road, the 7th toughest schedule in the league, a gauntlet with the Chiefs in Week 4 and the AFC West circling twice. 6.5 wins is the number the doubters set. The film tells a different story, and it starts under center. But before we get into that, hit that like and subscribe button for more Raiders and all the NFL content. Let's aim for 300 likes on this video. Owning the #1 pick and signing a 37-year-old veteran in the same spring confuses people. It should not. Kirk Cousins lands in Las Vegas for one reason, and his name is Clint Kubiak. The two spent 3 seasons together in Minnesota, where Cousins played the cleanest football of his career. In 2021, with Kubiak calling plays, he threw 33 touchdowns against 7 interceptions. That season is the blueprint for this offense. The reunion runs deeper than one coach. Offensive coordinator Andrew Janocko and line coach Rick Dennison both worked with Cousins before, so the playbook feels like home. Even last season in Atlanta, he steadied things down the stretch, throwing 10 touchdowns against 5 interceptions across a late run of starts. Cousins is the bridge, not the destination. The destination is Fernando Mendoza, the Indiana rookie who won the Heisman and a national title in the same year. Kubiak has said the dream world keeps a rookie quarterback on the bench to learn. So Cousins opens the season and Mendoza watches, absorbs, and waits. Aiden O'Connell sits behind both as insurance the staff trusts. Here's the tension nobody resolved. ESPN expects Mendoza on the field by week 6. That timeline only triggers if the wins do not come early, or if the young man forces the issue with the camp he refuses to lose. Either way, the keys belong to him soon. A franchise that chased quarterback answers for a decade finally holds one, with the size, the accuracy, and the pedigree to end the search. A young passer needs a wall in front of him, and the staff spent real money building one. 2 phone calls on the first day of legal tampering changed this defense. Quay Walker and Nakobe Dean played side by side at Georgia, won a national championship together in 2021, then went separate ways in the draft. The silver and black brought them back together for $76.5 million across 2 contracts. Walker got 3 years and $40.5 million. Dean got 3 years and $36 million. The fit is surgical. Dean is the undersized signal caller with elite instincts. The green dot, the brain of the front. He started for an Eagles defense one season removed from a championship run. Walker is the long, fast chase linebacker, free to attack, now that he does not carry the call sheet. Coordinator Rob Leonard wants this group playing with its hair on fire, and he already called Walker an avatar for the standard he demands. This is the leadership transfusion a rebuilding roster needs. Eric Stokes, another Georgia product, re-signed hours before the linebackers committed. So the locker room gained 3 players who already trust one another. The Cowboys chased both of these linebackers in free agency and watched them choose Las Vegas instead. Both players are 25, both bring playoff snaps, and both wanted to build something from the ground floor rather than chase one more contender. Walker has worn the green dot before, so the defense holds a backup signal caller if Dean ever misses time. A defense that ranked near the bottom in points, allowed last season, now has a spine, a voice, and a tone setter in the middle. Everything this offense does runs through 2 players. The first is Ashton Jeanty. As a rookie, he set the franchise record for total yards from scrimmage, 1,321, and led every first-year player in rushing with 975. He did it behind one of the worst lines in football, getting hit a yard past the line on most carries. Picture the number with a real front in place. He flashed the ceiling against the Bears, 155 total yards and 3 scores in a single afternoon, and ripped off long touchdown runs against a stout Texans defense. The second is Brock Bowers, the tight end who already plays like a #1 target at any position. He returned from a knee issue last season and kept producing, and after this year, he steps into a record contract of his own. Kubiak wants both featured, and the early signs scream a heavy personnel attack built to keep them on the field together. The surprise nobody on the competition pushed hard enough is the bell cow plan. Kubiak has compared the Jeanty vision to Christian McCaffrey, a back who touches the ball more than 20 times a game and catches it out of the backfield. Mike Washington Jr., the rookie from Arkansas with a 4.33 40, spells him without ever losing a step. A run game, this committed protects a young quarterback better than any pep talk. The offense has its weapons. The defense went and found its youth. Go pick by pick, because this is where the rebuild lives. Spytech opened the draft after the quarterback with Traden Stukes, the safety from Arizona at pick 38. The comparison from the open belongs to him. The Raiders safety coach spent 4 years in Baltimore with Kyle Hamilton, the All-Pro who redefined the position, and the staff sees that same versatile 3-safety skill set in Stukes. He ran a 4.33 40, walked on at Arizona, and rose all the way to team captain. The secondary did not stop there. Jermad McCoy, a first-round talent on tape, slid to pick 101 because of a knee, and Las Vegas traded up to grab him. He clocked a 4.38 at his pro day, proof the speed survived the surgery. Dalton Johnson, another Arizona safety, and a Stukes College teammate came in the 5th. Hezekiah Masses, a ball-hawking corner from Cal, followed. Add the trade for Bills nickel Taron Johnson, the Eric Stokes re-signing, and a second-year leap from Darren Porter, and the back end transformed in one offseason. Wrap it with Jeremy Chin, the chess piece safety. The staff lines up at linebacker, in the slot, and deep, all in the same game. Analysts graded this class the most efficient haul of the entire draft, first in the league, in wins added. McCoy earned first-team All-SEC honors the year before his injury, with 4 interceptions and 9 pass breakups on his resume. That is a young, fast, interchangeable secondary built for a modern passing league. A roster this green meets the hardest road in the sport. The schedule is the reason the doubters set the win line low, and the math backs them. Las Vegas drew the 7th toughest slate in the league, with opponents who posted a combined .529 winning percentage last season. The first 3 weeks bring the Dolphins, a trip to the Chargers, and a trip to the Saints. Stumble there, and the Mendoza clock starts ticking in week 4 against the Chiefs at home. The road only hardens from there, with a trip to the Patriots in week 5 and a Bills team waiting in week 6. The AFC West never lets up. The Chargers appear twice. The Broncos appear twice. The Chiefs bookend the season. Inside one division, this roster faces playoff caliber defenses and elite quarterbacks 4 times a year, every year. The bye does not arrive until week 13, which means no early breather to heal a young team. There's even a week 10 reunion with the Seahawks, the team Kubiak helped lift to a title 1 year ago. This is where the improvement gets tested in real time. A defense led by Max Crosby, who stayed put after a trade fell apart, has to hold up against the best offenses in football week after week. The doubters look at this road and see 6 wins. The believers look at the same road and see a team built to play spoiler. Surviving a schedule this heavy starts in one place, the trenches, and the trenches got the biggest swing of the entire offseason. Here's the reveal you waited for. The signing that reset a market belongs to Tyler Linderbaum. The Raiders gave the former Ravens center 3 years and $81 million, $27 million a season, and made him the highest paid center in NFL history. The previous record sat $9 million a year lower. Las Vegas walked into free agency with the most cap space in the league and spent it on the one position that touches the ball on every snap. This is why it changes everything. A young quarterback and a bell cow backed both live and die by the interior of the line. Linderbaum anchors the middle next to Jackson Powers Johnson, with Colton Miller at left tackle, and the rookie, Trey Zoom, the third flashing 5-position flexibility in practice. Spencer Burford pushed his way into first-team left guard reps. The front office spent 2 straight drafts, stacking young linemen with DJ Glaze, Caleb Rogers, and Charles Grant, all added through the board, and the depth finally replaced disaster. Remember, the broken front that let defenders meet Genty in the backfield. That front is gone. The man protecting Mendoza is a 3-time Pro Bowler who blocked for a top 2 rushing offense 4 straight seasons in Baltimore. Powers Johnson reacted to the signing like a player who knows his job got easier. Pair a record center with a Heisman quarterback and a record-setting back, and the rebuild stops being a rumor. The middle of this offense became a strength overnight, and that one move ties every other decision together. Protection and lanes set up everything the season becomes. Put the pieces together. A Super Bowl winning play caller, a veteran quarterback who fits the system, a Heisman rookie waiting in the wings, a bell cow back, the highest paid center in football, a reunited linebacker core, and a secondary stocked with young speed. ESPN set the line at 6.5 wins, then placed the Raiders among the 5 most improved rosters in the league, alongside the Cowboys, the Bengals, the Saints, and the Giants. The roster says the higher number wins out. Pencil this team for 8 wins, and pencil it to knock a contender out of the playoff race before the season ends. The pushback is fair. The schedule is brutal. The receiver room still needs a true number 1, and a young defense gets tested early and often. 8 wins demands Cousins holds the fort. Genty breaks loose behind the new line, and Mendoza arrives ready when his number gets called. None of that is guaranteed. All of it is possible for the first time in years. Look at the swing on paper. No team in football replaced more in one offseason, from the head coach to the quarterback room to both lines to the entire back end of the defense. The talent gap that defined last season shrank in 12 weeks of spending and drafting. So here's the question worth arguing. How many games does this team win? And which AFC West rival does it spoil on the way out? Drop your number in the comments and tell me who you want them to ruin, then stick around before the next breakdown drops. Because the receiver room is the last domino, and the move to fix it is coming.